Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian Forex pairs, and starting with the Aussie US dollar here. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about are basically two counts, and one of the counts is our primary count, which is having wave 3 here, and then looking at this as an A wave and a B wave, and 5 waves up for the C wave of wave 4 here, and then looking for wave 5 down here to complete the whole sequence from above $1 all the way down to this point here to the 65 cent level here, which is a medium level, so we should find support there, and we'll be looking at 5 waves moving down through here. Now, that's one count that we have for this, and Australia being, commodity dollar, that's quite probable when you look at sort of Rio and other and metals, platinum, that still have further to the downside. We look at copper though, and copper's got 5 waves up off its low here as well. So it's also possible that this wave 5 here is sitting here and it's done and dusted, the whole trend down, and we're looking at the first impulse wave to the upside here in 5 waves as wave 1 here, and then looking for a wave 2 coming back into this area here, the 50-60% area here, and then moving up from here. So it's really not until we get, or until this particular pattern starts to mature a little bit, that I'll be able to understand if it's this wave 2 here to go further up or this wave 5 here to go further down. We should be, both counts will be pretty much the same until we get to this point here. So, as it stands at the moment, this 72 would be a target for the short side. The strong move down here really cements the top in play here. If we go to the just before I do that, when we're looking at stocks like Rio and BHP and so on, the moves that they've currently done to the upside, they could be counted as corrective or impulsive. So I can't figure it out. One of the few sort of impulse waves that I can see to the upside here is FMG. I don't have this labeled here, but I do have a count that finishes this low here, as you know, because we've been trading this basically off its lows down here, and we've been in this trend a few times within here and done quite well out of it. Now, this current move to the upside here can be counted as an impulse wave to the upside, and we would be looking at a 3-wave correction here as well. So we'll be paying close attention to this scenario here, and if we can figure out that it's corrective, it may just help us work out what's happening with the Australian dollar, some of those commodities there. But in the meantime here, for this on the 2-hour chart from that high up here, we would need to look at it a little bit like this here. So looking at it, the top in play here, and simply looking at it with 5 waves down. Now, it's possible that, for some reason, if I'm wrong, which is probable as well, this here realistically is in 3 waves here. So it's possible for this to move up through here, okay? It's possible. So, but we won't need to go there yet until, if we take this high here and this this low here, you can see that the 38.2 retracement level cuts through here. I'll just put that there roughly. Just remove that so we can see it. Let's just bring in a horizontal line here so we know that I'm putting it at 76.50 because it's the halfway mark between 5 and 8 here, and it always plays, well, you can see it over here, it plays a part, and it's part of the trading levels. So we'll just leave that there. So what we could say, if this was just an A and a B and a C and I was wrong, then we would be looking for support tested support on this level here before we went to any trades on the long side here. So that would have to come into play. So that kind of settles the upside. So if you see support on that, then you know you can start scaling into the long side. That said, we would be looking at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, wave 3 here, on the low here, looking for a little A, B and C coming into this area here, and then down for wave 5 here. The extension appears to be in wave 3 here, so we could look at wave 1 here and wave 5 here being roughly the same length. So we could probably just see it dipping down below that that 75 sort of area here, so we might have to bring that back up into here, a bit more realistic. And then an A and a B and a C correction to the 61.8% mark. So if we map this out here a little bit, so let's just bring it down to here somewhere. So it would still 61.8 brings us into this supply zone up here, which would be about right. So yeah. So what we could do is, I mean, you can play in here in short wave 5 after wave 4 is matured here, and we'll pick that up on the London opening and whatever. But the trade would be over here at the 60. If we get 5 waves here, then we'll get 3 waves back to this area again through here, maybe a bit higher, whatever. We'll be able to work that out because this structure here will be 5 waves, 3 waves and 5 waves here. So we'll be able to nail that down quite nicely. And especially if we get 5 waves here, then I know that we'll get another 5 waves over here. And that will leave us at 72 here, the 61, 50, 60% retracement level over here. So this leg here is the safe trade. Okay, yeah, that it's this leg here. If we get 5 waves here, if we only get the 3 waves here and we get support on the 76.50, then you need to go along from that point. I'd be very wary about trading in wave B here, even if we get 5 waves down here. Sure, you can scalp them, do whatever you need to do, but the money's not in those trends. It will be in this trend here in 5 waves. Now, this market here is Bitcoin daily chart here, and as you know, we were looking to go long through here, and we're looking for our target up at 5 here. Now, obviously, we've seen this market come off here at these old highs here. That would be expected. Don't panic. It will be some type of correction that we're seeing, so expect on an intraday basis, see coming back into this trend line through here. And normally, you know, it's like walking up the stairs. So this particular move up through here, this high here, that will come back and test that and then move off from there. So we're going to be staying long here, but you can move your stops up very close to this first entry point here. But yeah, so still further to go within this one here. I just want to touch base on the New Zealand US dollar here as well. You know, this is very much like the Australian market here, and that's why we've got the Australian market in as a wave 4 as well. I need to put that up there. And we were looking for an A and a B and the C wave here. We think that the top is in play here. So we'll start to focus on this a little bit more through here. But it does appear that, we'll do some intraday work on this, but it does appear that we've got our first leg down here. But we would need to see 3 waves to the upside here to reject that. And we need that 3 waves, needs to be confirmed by it moving back down here to actually create overlapping wave structures. Once that's in play there, then we can look to short that. And when you put a trend line through there, the market, as you know, will move through it, come back and test it, and then drop down here again. So that will be the entry point there, or if you miss it altogether, then that would be the entry point here. So we'll do a little bit of work on that one there. So possible short trade here. And obviously this one here would be looking for something, you know, 5 waves down here, probably. Anyway, we can get to that one, but certainly taking the low out through here, which would be what we're looking at here. This wave this wave structure up here, of course, you can see is really quite choppy. It's not very fluent like this A wave here with a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. This one's much more complicated here. Wave 4s tend to be complicated here. This could even get bigger and so on through here. I don't know. Let's just see how it sort of unfolds. It's sort of, we've been observing it, of course, as you know, and let's see if it sets up in a certain way that we can actually use it to short. That would be the point of this one. Okay, onto the Euro Aussie and the Pound Aussie. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do the video yesterday because I had problems, and also the day before because I just simply didn't have time. I've got to do certain things at certain times, but basically I hope that you found this. But we're looking from wave 4 here, 5 waves down, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 5 waves down here in the last wave here, so we can pop that there. And now we're working to the upside, so I can just clear this off here. And obviously this is like the Australian dollar in reverse, you know, so we're looking, if I can just map this out a little bit here, 1 and 2, wave 3 here, we're looking for wave 4, the 38.2 retracement level back here again, and then wave 5 up here. Wave 5 will be small because the extension's in wave 3 here. So the trade will come from the classic trading levels pattern here, an A into B into C wave, pulling back something like this here. This is a medium level here. Once we've got this established here, 5 waves up here, that will give us our 3 waves back, and then we can start looking for support on this. I'm over dramatizing it a little bit here, but basically we want to see it sitting on here, and we can go from this point. We could also pick it up from this move back here if it's clear. Okay, otherwise, so this will be the long trade over this section here. So we still have a few sessions for this to set up here, because if I was wrong, of course, well then it would move to here and fail and move down from that point. So we need this setup over here to help confirm, and we also need the 5 wave structure here too, because if we only get 3 waves up to here, then it's corrective and it can fail from that point. Okay, it could just move straight down from, whoopsie-daisy, from there. So yeah, we need to see this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We need to see that, and then we get the corrective move to gather more evidence and confirm things. So there's 2 or 3 confirmations and a bit of evidence and of setup, and then away we go. So the pound would be the same as well. So let's just find that chart, pound Aussie. Excuse me. Right, so, you know, we'd put a fair bit of work into this particular market, and we had our short trades out of this in the main wave 3 here, which was great. And then we really just waited for it to finish its structure here, because every trend, the beginning, the middle, and the end is normally like the beginning. It's kind of like it's an ending process, but the beginning process is kind of the same as well, where you get a lot of sharp 1s and 2s in it. Anyway, same story here as well. Okay, in this instance here, we can see that we can just count this out here. We'll just borrow that to there, to there. I don't think that's finished yet, it's too short. This is 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1 and 2. Obviously the third wave here, I just don't think the third wave finished, and the reason for that is because unless it becomes shorter, I mean, normally the third wave will be longer than the first wave. If that's not the case, if this fades back to this number here, okay, then look for a very short 5th wave. So we'd have to put, if it moves down here, then we'll put wave 3 here, then we'll have to put wave 4 here, and wave 5 is going to be very short here, because wave 3 can't be the shortest in the group of waves 1, 3, and 5. So wave 5 would have to be smaller than wave 1 here. So we'll need to keep an eye on that here. Then that would be the A, the B, and the C here. And then we can move up and go along from that point. If this moves up through here, well then wave 3 is going to be continuing to the upside. Here, and we'll be looking at it up at that point, and I'd probably have to go back over here and check. I think that's right there, that's fine. So look, to be honest, it doesn't really matter here. The train's gone, so we just need to wait for the next one, and this will be when we get that 5 waves up here finished, the pullback, and then we can go in long there for the longer haul, and we'll have a nice trade out of all of that. So alrighty, well, that's that. Thanks for tuning in.